What's up, beautiful people? How you guys doing? We are back again with another video, and today's one is gonna be a very good one, actually. So, over the past few weeks, I've been talking so much about this spec commercial that I shot the Nike film and everything, and then in my process of getting this project made, in my process of editing it and everything, I have kind of hit a block right now. I've hit a very huge block that, honestly speaking, I didn't even expect it to happen. And then I'm also kind of really excited about it. Without my past projects that I've been making, honestly speaking, one of the things that I always do is I'm always the one that is editing my work. I don't know when I gave my work to someone to edit, especially when it comes to video work. I mean, photos, I have editors and stuff. But with this Nike film, something really has been happening the past few days. What has been happening was that as the more and more time that I spent editing this work, for some reason, I just couldn't explain it. But for some reason, every time that I was editing this work, every time that I was working on it, I was just beginning to hate it. Like, I just couldn't enjoy getting this work done. Like, every time that I will sit down and I'm editing it, I'll put the shots on the timeline and everything, getting everything together. And then the more that I'm looking at it, the more that I'm getting the pieces together, the more that I'm trying to get everything done, the more that I was actually beginning to hate my work. And it was a really, really big eye-opening that I was like, okay, what is going on? This has never happened to me before. I've never really shot a work where now every moment that I spent editing this work, I'm actually beginning to hate this. The feelings that I was feeling was, number one, all that I could see was the mistakes that I made, right? Like, I'll become so vigilant. It's like I put maybe 1-2 clips on the timeline and I'm like, oh my God, I should have maybe shot it this way. I should have maybe let them do it this way. And then with my project, what makes it even worse is the fact that I wrote it, I directed it, and I'm also the one that DP'd this project. So there were 3 positions that I was really the one on it, right? 3 of the main big positions for a project: writer, director, and also the DP. So when I was editing it, guys, like, all that I can see, all that I was seeing was just mistakes. Like, from A to Z, everything was just a mistake. I was having problems with the dialogues. I was like, wait, I shouldn't have made them say it this way. So it was like, I was kind of like being hard on myself on the writer part of me. Where I was like, oh, nah, this line is cheesy. Maybe Kwame shouldn't have made them talk this way. And then I was also hard on the director stool that I also sat on this project. I was like, nah, you should have maybe directed them that way. You should have maybe directed them this way. You should have maybe made them act this way. And then I was also being hard on myself on the director chair. And then the cinematography part too, it was like, whoa. It's like everything, every shot, I didn't like every shot. Everything about it was just like, I was like, why did you position the camera this way? Why did you put the camera there? Maybe you should have shot it this angle. Maybe you shouldn't have used this lens. Maybe it's like all that I was seeing for this project from A to Z, everything was just horrible. Everything was like, it was getting to the point I was like, oh my God, I don't think I'm going to release this project because at the end of the day, I don't like anything. Everything about it is just horrible, right? So I messaged certain friends and I told them about what I'm currently experiencing and what I'm currently going through with this project. And then I don't know where this feeling is coming from because I've never had it. And I don't know if it's the project that maybe I did it wrongly and then it was terrible and it's not really up to par the way that I want it, or it's just me that is being hard on myself. So I messaged a lot of colleagues of mine. And one thing that they all told me was, that is why you need an editor. That is why you need to work with an editor. That's why sometimes you need different perspective on things and then you need to bring in other people. And then it also made me realize why it's not really even a good thing to try to do everything, right? But we will get that later on. So as I talked to certain people and I explained my experience to them, I told them that, hey, this is currently what is going on and I can't really put words to it, right? It has never happened to me. And then they all suggested that it's because I'm also trying to I am feeling so much positions on this project that is just becoming, especially when you shoot a big project, you need to be able to take a step back from it and maybe bring in other people and then let them bring in a different perspective to the project, right? And it made me realize that I've currently gotten to the point in my career where I need editors, where I need to work with editors, and where I need to offload the editing part of the project to someone else. It's such a huge eye-opening to me and a huge kind of growth in my point of view. It's kind of like a huge growth in my point of view. I'm like, oh wow, so now this is where I am with my career, where I need to be able to shift some of the work to other people. Like I always said, I wrote, directed, and shot this project, and I think I'm even getting to the point where now I'll have to also let go of some. So it's like the transition is being so seamless, where I'm seeing the growth, where I'm like, okay, I have to let go of certain things. But at the same time, that whole experience was something that I never really expected it to happen. I never really expected myself to get to that point. To me, I was like, oh, maybe I'm gonna take a step back from DP and focus on directing, or take a step back from directing and DP, or try to do those kind of things. But not in a million did I think that I'll get to the point where editing was actually the first thing that would have to go, right? So I had to really accept it. I had to really accept the situation that I'm in, that I'm like, okay, cool. If I want this project to come out really good, and if I want to really show the best of my work, then I just need to really shift the responsibility of editing to someone else. So luckily for me, I put an ISO out, and I messaged some colleagues too. And I was like, I need help with some of the editors that they've worked with, and they should do some recommendations for me. So I was able to kind of like, luckily for me, I found someone that was affordable. I like their work. I've worked with, they've worked on a project that I was on before. We talked, and then right now I have shifted, I've given the projects to them, right? I even told them that I don't even want to restrict them. They should come in with a different perspective on how they see the project. I sent the script to them, and I gave them some examples of how I see the project. And then I told them to approach it and then come in with their own perspective on things, right? I think I was supposed to release it sometime this week, but right now it has not been released yet, right? And I'm not beating myself down, because I know the situation. The timeline for this whole project was I was going to give myself 1 month to edit it, but I just couldn't. I spent a month of putting clips on the timeline and scratching it, putting clips on the timeline and scratching it, and putting things on the timeline and scratching and restarting again, to the point where I had to really get to the point where I was able to understand what was actually going on. So for the first time, the Nike film is definitely still gonna come out, right? I'm hoping to maybe release it in the next 2 or 3 weeks. It's definitely gonna come out before the World Cup ends. It's just some unforeseen stuff that has happened, but we are still in the World Cup season, and it's all this whole transition, this whole thing. For the first time, I'm working with an editor, which was uncalled for. I never expected that this year I will start working with editors, but the whole experience, at least I like the fact that someone else is taking care of the project, and then they're gonna give a fresh perspective on it. But I'm gonna do probably a huge deep dive about my whole experience working with an editor for the first time and all that. But I am so happy that at least I didn't delete the project, I didn't scratch the project, because I was just there where I was like, I think maybe the problem is the project, and I think maybe I didn't do the best work with this project. But now that I've given it to an editor, I've kind of gotten a new sense of like hope that the project is gonna come out great. I can't wait for him to send me the first draft, for me to see what he did with everything that I sent him. So fingers crossed. I'm actually now really excited about it, because initially the joy for it was going down, but now I'm really excited that I know that the editor is gonna, cook something for me, and then I'm going to enjoy it. So this was just my whole experience with it. It's been a roller coaster of emotions trying to edit this whole Nike film. It has really stressed me out. Like I said initially, I nearly deleted. I was like, okay, I think I'm not going to release it because this whole project is crap. But I realized that it's not that the project was crap. It was just that I've become too close to the project. Like I approached the project as a writer. I approached the project as a director. I also approached the project as a DP. And then trying to use all those brains to edit the project was just making me not like it, and it was killing me. And right now I've been able to give it out. So I can't wait to see how it turns out. I'm really excited about it, and fingers crossed, I'll keep you guys updated. So this was just my whole process on how now I've found myself in the position where I needed an editor to work with. So let's see how it goes. And then I'm really excited about it, and I can't wait to really release this Nike film. We're enjoying the World Cup, guys. Just keep rolling, keep shooting, and I'm gonna see you guys in the next video. Bye bye.